life to be lost. Life is so much.
We are on the same page.
So some of those who sit on TV, you can see it. Their recommendation. Why? Because the content that they had, the training, the school, the church, the media, they all speak from a system that that has constantly looked down upon the African. So all of us, we've been thrashed into a system that blocks our mind. So we are blind to see our blessings. It takes another information. The other day, a young man was talking to me, said that after I listened to some of your videos, I started to believe that I can do something and that there is nothing wrong with me as an African. And for me, that was a good message. Because you cannot change a man's life until the man starts to have confidence in himself. And so anybody at all can destroy you when their target is to strip off you of your dignity. When you become hopeless, when you have no courage to attack anything, when you believe you are nothing and you have to look to God for help. The God in this case is the European, is the American, is the white man. And that's the conditioning. The moment you think like that, your mind is under bondage. The mind is under bondage. And a lot of us, you can see it. Watch the TV, you will see it. A lot of girls in Africa, their sense of beauty. Watch our movies, you will see it. If they are standard, they have to be European. If they are standard, they have to speak European. They have to take European name, American name. They have to dress, American Western. It means they are standard. Whenever you see them dress like Africans, look at it. It has to be some poor village somewhere, because for them, that is African culture. That's not true. That is a lie. There's difference between culture and poverty. There's difference between them. There are, in every culture there's poverty, and in every culture there's elegance. So don't say that the African culture is backward and poor. Because the things that you're using to represent a culture. And a lot of the people who write these scripts, you see it. The understanding, the mind is under slavery. It's under bondage. And a lot of them are in books, in movies, on programs, in musics. When you listen to a lot of Africans, you see it. And a lot of Chinese and Europeans and Indians who look down on the African are also in mental bondage. It's the same program. One raised the others, one put the other down. But it's all mental bondage in different form. If you think that because you live in this country, even though you are living in a single room or you are living on the street, because of your skin color, you think you're better off you're better than the other person, your mind is also enslaved. So there's a lot of work that we have to do as Africans, particularly, not to trash our heritage, not to look down upon ourselves, not to think that we have nothing. And that somebody has to carry this. One of my cousins, he was naming the son. He said reversing. I'm sure she could even spell that kind of name, because that's the conditioning. You must take this kind of name. These other names are not polished. These other names are backward. You must dress like this one. You must speak like this. You must speak vernacular. You must not speak vernacular in this school. You must speak this. When you go through that, automatically, by the time that you are out, your mind is gone. And yet, if you want to create wealth as an African, honest, structured wealth, if you don't understand yourself, you don't understand our system, it will be very much difficult. Because when you meet problems, you give up because you have no confidence in yourself. So that's why the people who will do well in our culture are those who have been able to solve this problem. Now they have freed their mind of this bondage. So they accept who they are. They embrace who they are. They embrace their culture. They accept the good things in the culture. They accept the bad things in the culture. And they are ready to work to correct them, those that are not good. But they don't throw everything away. And they don't think that somebody else is better. And somebody else is wiser, and we have nothing. If you think like that, the other time I was listening to one of our businessmen, and he was giving a talk somewhere. And the examples that he gave at the beginning of his lecture said that this guy is, and yet, yes, he lost the business. Why? Because you could see this is somebody whose mind was not free. Whose mind was not free. So you will never see a great African leader whose mind is enslaved. And you can see it in their choices. In their choices. They put their people first. They believe in their people. If they have the contract, they will give it to their people first. They will equip their people. The wealth must stay with their people. So my name is Kwabena Darko. I want to say thank you very much. Free yourself from this bondage, mental bondage, because a lot of us in it. And all of us, once we go through the school, once we go through the religion, once we watch TV, once we watch American movies and Ghanaian movies and Nigerian movies, they are all trying to take our mind, cage us. So that at the end of it, we have no confidence in who we are. We have no confidence in our abilities. And it's not only Africans. Anywhere that black people are, anywhere that anybody with African heritage, the world system has been run or runs in a such way that your mind is always being taken out of you. You may not know it. You may not know it. Watch the TV. Look at the sense of beauty. Look at the things that we have to add to our hair. Bleach. Change our skin because I'm dark. I don't want to be dark. I have to look fair because that's the standard of beauty. Who said that? I have to have long hair because that's the standard. Who said that? They express the weakness in your strength. The moment you embrace who you are and cherish who you are, that is the time that you have strength to create wealth and become more productive and become more results oriented. That's it. That is where you can build out of nothing. So I want to say thank you very much for taking your time to watch this.